Have you ever heard of fiddle folk grass music? Well, tonight you'll hear it with Jackson Creek.
Sometimes at night, when that moon is shining bright and the night seems as bright as the day, just close your eyes and listen to the wind and hear what it has to say. You'll hear a song that is ages old, wind and water and harmony. An ancient old river running languid and slow, flowing quietly north to the sea. It's the song of that old St. John's, songs of water, songs of wind. It's the song of the birds and the frogs and the gators, songs of forgotten men. It's the song of that old St. John's, calling me home again. It's the scream of the panther in the dead of the night. It's the sound of otters at play. It's the cry of the hawk as it wheels overhead, and the splash as the turtle slips away. And on a dark and misty night, hear a song so soft and quiet as the ghost of the Timaquan sings. Songs of love for the land, songs of thanks for the gifts that river brings. It's the song of that old St. John's, songs of water, songs of wind. It's the song of the birds and the frogs and the gators, songs of forgotten men. It's the song of that old St. John's, calling me home again. I was born on the banks of that old St. John's near the town of Enterprise, but I left my home at an early age to seek that elusive prize. Now I feel that river flowing deep in my soul. I hear the songs of the water and the wind, and the ghostly voices of family and friends saying it's time to come home again. It's the song of that old St. John's, songs of water, songs of wind. It's the song of the birds and the frogs and the gators, songs of forgotten men. It's the song of that old St. John's, calling me home again. So sometimes at night, when that moon is shining bright and the night seems as bright as the day, just close your eyes and listen to the wind and hear what it has to say.
Hi, I'm Eric Alexander. You're watching Deltona TV, and this is Solo Notes. Tonight, we have Joe and Katie Waller from Enterprise, Florida, and you are Jackson Creek.
We are.
The name of the band is Jackson Creek now. So that first song you just did was called Song of the Old St. John's.
Right.
Obviously, we've all lived around the St. John's. What inspired you to do that song?
The river itself. I love the St. John's River, and living in Enterprise, the history of the St. John's in Florida is a critical part of our history, and we wanted to do a song that mentioned some of those points.
Right, I see on your CD, which we'll mention in a little bit, you do a lot of those. Now, tell me a little bit. You describe yourself as the fiddle folk grass, right?
Right.
And that's the first time.
Say it slowly.
Easy for me to say. So you obviously, we got the fiddle, we got the folk, and then just good old
mild bluegrass. We
bluegrass.
play some mild bluegrass.
Exactly.
Right.
Actually, the band started some 20 years ago as a 6-person bluegrass band, and we have morphed over the years, heading more into the folky end, because I love the folk music. I love the family there, and we just, by defining our own genre, we can do what we want to do, which is kind of nice.
That's right. Yes, and I know you, with your lyrics and everything, you have a real you can tell you have a love of nature and just kind of those times when things were simpler.
It's important.
So,
yeah.
That's right. So how did you all meet? Now, first of all, let me ask you, how long you've been married?
We're married
10 years.
10 years.
10 years. So how did you all meet then?
I was going to a fiddle jam, having played classical and not knowing much about playing fiddle. I decided to go to jam, so I drove from Ormond Beach over to Orlando every Wednesday night, and we got to know each other at the fiddle jam that was at somebody's house. And these fiddle jams still continue. They're places to play fiddle tunes for hours on end and learn fiddle. So
isn't that interesting?
That's how we got.
And I was playing with a bluegrass fiddler who was very good, but I couldn't follow him. So I started going to the fiddle jams so I could learn to follow fiddle tunes.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. What were you doing there? If you're
That's why I was
playing guitar.
And I was playing guitar. I wanted to be able to follow the fiddle tunes and learn how to play along and to hear the differences, because that's a lot of music that we play from my standpoint is really, it's a vocal thing. You hear the music.
Right. Yeah. And you feel a lot of it.
You
That's
do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you all, how long have you been in Florida?
I moved down here in 1969 to teach the string program right out of college.
The string program at?
In Volusia County.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
for the schools?
Yes, there was one there was one teacher for the east side and one teacher for the west side. So I lived in Daytona Beach and had never been to Daytona Beach. I was hired over the phone to teach the string program, and I lasted for 3 years.
Well, that's terrific, though. Where did you come from?
Indiana.
Oh, that's right. We had talked about this.
Right.
So you were in my stomping grounds there
right.
for a while, and
That's right.
in kind of west central Indiana, DePaul University and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and then where do you hail from?
I hail from Texas originally, and out of college I got a degree in forestry and went to work for the U.S. Forest Service in Oregon and Washington.
Oh, wow.
I love the mountains, love it out there. I love the weather here a whole lot better.
He can wear shorts.
Been here
That's
since
what he's known
I've
for.
wear shorts. Been here since '84. My first midlife crisis.
Well, that's terrific. So you've been around just mountains and mountain music for a long, long time. Yeah.
Yeah, different styles and different genres. Yes, like I started out there in really some bluegrass music.
Right.
And
yes.
Then got out of it in Florida. I didn't know there was any music going on in Florida when I first moved down here. 15 years, the guitar sat in the closet.
Oh my. Yeah.
Until I discovered it a second time.
And then you probably followed in Indiana the Bill Monroe Bluegrass Festival. Did you ever get to be? Are you familiar with that, Joe?
We're familiar with it now.
That's the big festival, isn't it?
Yeah. But I was playing totally classical, and I didn't know anything at all about bluegrass or Celtic music or
and her daddy didn't
anything.
approve.
No, he really
Is that right?
he didn't. No.
Why don't you just stick with the classical?
Yeah. So that's.
Oh, but
and
what
it
a great
was classical
training.
viola. Oh, it was wonderful, and it's certainly served me well with with the fiddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to
So
have that background.
You started on viola. though,
This is the next bigger instrument than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's very interesting then to move into that of a difference in extreme. As a matter of fact, I think, Joe, you had what was the difference between playing a...
What's the difference between a violin and a fiddle?
I give up.
The answer is attitude. Strictly attitude, how it's played.
Well, that's great. And you all do you have a band now that you play with on a
We
regular
have
basis?
we have a band. It like any band, as we talked earlier, tends to morph over time. But we're at this point we're a trio. We have a bass player with us, Bill Dolahide, who just does a wonderful job playing the bass and singing harmony. We love to sing, so
Yes.
we are able to feature 3-part harmony on most every song. Festivals, we're lucky enough to get 4- and 5-part harmony.
Yeah, we
sometimes.
like to invite folks
Oh,
to
that's
play
great.
along with
It's
us.
fun.
So, yeah, we
That
have a
is
good time.
fantastic. Nothing
Have a
better
good
than
time.
good vocals. And you both have beautiful voices. Now, does he play upright or electric? Just-
Actually, he plays both. We have an upright bass that he plays, but just recently he built one, which is really a unique.
I
little
wish
thing.
he was
Oh,
here
that's
and you could
interesting.
see
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it was
It's-
really,
it's-
Oh, we should
really
have invited
nice.
him along. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would have. Now, is electric? Is he
It's
got it? So
electric.
it's
Yeah,
electric.
you got to plug it in. It doesn't have
I know-
much of a soundboard.
I'm familiar with. They have the upright sticks. They call it.
It's
Is that
very
similar to that?
Very
Yeah?
similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty neat. We want to have to come and see that as a group. Now, you have another song that you're going to do for us here called Angelina.
Angelina.
And what's the origin of that song?
We go to Texas every year. It's a required trip for us. Driving back through Angelina several years ago, we drove through the Angelina National Forest.
Okay.
And I started thinking how beautiful that name sounded. I didn't know anybody named Angelina. So I thought, by the time I got back to Florida, I had a song in my head. Not exactly this song. It was more of a ghost story song. But I thought it was a safe song to write a love song to. She doesn't think so necessarily. But that was the genesis of it.
Well, that's very interesting. All right. Well, we're going to listen to this. It's Joe and Katie Waller of Jackson Creek, and this is Angelina on Solo Notes.
In the stillness of a soft southern dawn, with the night sounds lingering in the air, I feel the warmth of your body next to mine. Smell that sweet scent of flowers in your hair. Then I awake and find that you are gone, without a trace left behind. And I know that I was only dreaming. You were there, but only in my mind. Oh, Angelina, Angelina, oh, where are you tonight? Angelina, Angelina, I long to hold you tight. I remember the first time I met you. You were standing there just smiling up at me. You said, "Hi, my name is Angelina. Would you care to dance a while with me?" And as we danced and held each other tight, I could feel that magic in the air. From the tingle in my soul each time you touched me, to that sweet scent of flowers in your hair. Oh, Angelina, Angelina, oh, where are you tonight? Angelina, Angelina, I long to hold you tight. Now you're gone and I am so alone, with only memories left behind. Memories of the times we spent together, memories fresh and vibrant in my mind. I know someday that we will be together. Someday my dreams will all come true. Until then I'll just continue dreaming, spend my nights and my dreams alone with you. Oh, Angelina, Angelina, oh, where are you tonight? Angelina, Angelina, I long to hold you tight. Oh, Angelina, Angelina, where are you tonight? Angelina, Angelina, I long to hold you tight.
Welcome back to Solo Notes. I'm Eric Alexander, and we're sitting here talking with Joe and Katie Waller from Jackson Creek. Just listened to your song Angelina about the which I would have not known was about a park necessarily. It was a beautiful song. You do some beautiful writing. Inspired by.
It was a love song to Angelina's the world over.
That's right. That's terrific. Well, you do a lot of festivals. You play. I know at the time of this taping, you're getting ready to do the Barberville Festival. That's a pretty big one around here, correct? Is it twice a year?
It's twice a year. The first weekend in November and the last weekend in April. We do that, and we run 7 stages out there, and jam tents, workshop tents, dances. We'll have over 200 musicians on site for the
And
weekend.
a big barn dance too.
And a big barn
Really?
dance.
Is that is it 3 days or is it
2 days.
2 days?
2 days.
Yeah.
And they have artists and crafters and demonstrators. It's the pioneer settlement for the creative arts, so they do a lot, and it's a wonderful, wonderful facility.
Do people? I'm assuming people camp there and all this. I've heard about it, but I did.
Musicians and volunteers, they allow to park out there and camp overnight. There's some campgrounds right down by the river that the
It's
public
just 7
can go
miles
to.
away to Astor, so
It's not very far.
Okay, yeah. 7 stages, huh? So it's
7
continuous music.
and all
Continuous
different kinds of
I
music.
know.
There's bluegrass, there's blues, there's Celtic, there are old-time fiddle groups, and lots and lots of different folk music and singer-songwriters. So it's really a
And
wonderful, wonderful
Lots
event.
of young family bands too. It's been a lot of fun to watch them grow.
Is that right? Yeah, some great networking amongst all you people to get
We
to.
have a big family.
Is that what
That's
it is?
boils
Yeah.
down to. It's a family of
Music
friends
family.
that covers all these. It's a homecoming for us.
Well, that's terrific. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to have to go out and check that out.
About
And
Barberville too. They have anybody who wants to learn to play an instrument. This is adults, young, but all the way up adults too. The first Saturday of every month, they have music workshops, and they teach fiddle and mandolin and banjo and several different kinds of banjo and
Is that
guitar.
right?
So you can go out, pay your entry, which is $6, I think, to get in,
Yeah.
and then you have all of these lessons that you can take all day long on Saturday and jam in the afternoon. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing that they do.
That's pretty neat. Now, do you participate in those workshops as well?
We
or-
have not. We generally are pretty busy on the weekends,
We've
and
been
so
booked
we've
most
been out
every
of
weekend.
But you do
area.
some kind of workshops. Don't you work or you
at
have
festivals.
At the
So
festivals.
I'm going to do one at the Barberville Festival, and I just did several folk festivals. We just did one at the Sarasota Festival and the Will McLean Festival, and so fiddle workshops.
Fiddle.
Yeah.
Not classical violin.
Not classical.
No, how to fiddleize a tune, how to make it more fiddly.
That's pretty nifty.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing like a good fiddle. I grew up with country music too, so you play it beautifully. You obviously that technique obviously helped you in
Oh,
training. I mean, incredibly.
yeah.
But
Yeah, Yeah.
So you've done a lot of different gigs. You say you're staying really busy. You're going on staying mostly in Florida, I take it?
Yeah, mostly in Florida. We play a Celtic festival in Mississippi every year. We play as a Celtic band called McNamara's Hurrah, and so we play that one. In fact, there's another Celtic festival coming up in Ormond Beach.
That's in April as well.
In April as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of music around, but we tend to stay in Florida. From the standpoint of 7 miles a gallon in the motorhome, you want to stay fairly close to home.
Links
that's great.
to those
travel.
web pages for the festivals are on our web page as well, as you can just look them up. But
Right.
folkfiddle.com.
Folkfiddle.com. That is your website.
Yes.
Folk Fiddle. I'd also want to mention the CD that you all have done, Jackson Creek, I Wish I Was. Tell me a little bit about that. You all
These are songs.
there's several songs on there.
These are songs that I wrote. This is our second CD. The title song is "I Wished I Was a Cowboy Again." It's not a cowboy song; it's a senility song. So I left that part off the title. But there are a number of songs there that I did write, and a couple of waltzes that other folks, friends of ours, have written.
Right. Yeah, it was you were recording this with a family.
Yeah, we
You said-
recorded this with the family from St. Augustine.
They were playing with the band at that time.
They had played with us for 3 years by the time we had recorded this, and basically that was recorded in 2 long sessions, 2 Saturdays, and back to back. We recorded probably 14 or 15 different songs.
Just did them all live.
Just
knocked
boomed
them
them
out.
out. Yeah.
And they're wonderful. They're
That's-
young people. You call them the kids, but they aren't anymore. They're all grown up
Yeah,
and
they
having
got
families.
babies
and
of their
stuff,
own
so,
now.
yeah.
Are they teaching them music?
I
They
hope
teach them
so.
music? You
They're
hope so.
babies.
That's
I
right.
hope so.
So out of all these gigs, do you have one that kind of stands out more, that you've actually memorable than in either positive or a negative way?
Oh no, all positive.
Oh, that's terrific.
One thing that we like is that we get to do a lot of different things,
Variety.
from house concerts to the festivals. But one that we really enjoy in January is the Alafai River Rendezvous. It's a pre-1840s encampment where over 2,000 people come out and live the life of pre-1840s. So there's no electricity. We all have to dress, and we play for the camp dance and for church and sit around campfires at night, just like they used
Oh my
to,
goodness. Did you
playing
say
our instruments.
1840s? No-
Pre-1840s.
Yes.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I get to wear my bonnet, and it's all. It's wonderful. It's wonderful, and and you see so many children there just living the life as well, with no cell phones,
No
and
cell phones.
playing outside,
Yay!
and talking together.
No
and
cable,
it's
no
really
internet, huh?
special. Yeah. So.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've been doing that almost 10 years now. So.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you go ahead?
Oh, I just want to remember too, in this area, there's music at the Osteen Diner. Not to just plug the diner, but we play music there. There are jams there every Tuesday night. And
Is that
so
right?
during the dinner between 7 and 9. So there's music. We just sit in the corner, we sit in a circle, and we play music. And they have performances on Saturday nights and open mic for people who play instruments and want to show,
That's interesting.
join
Yeah.
into that on certain Friday nights. So that's at the Osteen Diner, and that's right close for everybody.
And the nice
Yes.
thing about music in Florida, folk music in Florida, is within 30 miles of our house, we can play music every night of the week somewhere.
Is that all you all are doing now? Is that
Now that
all?
we're
do you?
retired.
Yeah, are you
It's a
really?
good
That's great.
thing, yeah.
What a wonderful opportunity, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
just now
It's a second life.
just to go and
It's a
do
second
your
life.
music. That sounds
And it's fun.
fantastic.
It's fun.
That sounds fantastic. Well, I know we're going to go out with another song that you that I think you wrote,
Yes.
Joe. Mountain Home Serenade.
Right.
And a little bit about that song.
Jackson Creek, the name of our band, is a mountain stream that flows out of a mountain called Yamsey Mountain in south central Oregon. And I wanted to write about mountains out there in general and that stream in particular. So these are excerpts from the original song, which is way too long, that talks about what I love about the mountains.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get to see that a lot here in
Yeah.
Florida, so at least we have you folks to take us back to that
There we
time,
go.
and then with those visions, with your lyrics. You have some beautiful lyrics, both beautiful voices. You're very talented. I really appreciate you all being
Thank
willing
you
to sit
for
with us
inviting
and
us.
do
Thank
this on Solo Notes. Where that's Jackson Creek, their website, folkfiddle.com.
Yes, exactly.
And you can get their CD on that, plus some other gifts and all sorts of things that you have on your site.
It's also on CD
and-
Baby.
And get the CD. You said you have 2 of them, right?
Yes.
Yep. Terrific. Well, again, we appreciate it very much.
Thank you
Joe,
for having
Katie,
us.
thanks
Thank
a lot.
you.
I'm Eric Alexander. This is Deltona TV, and you're watching Solo Notes.
For 4 long years now we've been at war. We have fought and we have died. Thousands dead, both gray and blue. Each thought God was on his side. Oh, my spirit is weary, my body's so tired. I just can't fight anymore. Oh Lord, protect and watch over me. I am yours forevermore. Now this soldier's life, it's hard and cold, surrounded by death and misery. Far from my home and the ones that I love, my wife, my friends, my family. Oh, my spirit is weary, my body's so tired, I just can't fight anymore. Oh Lord, protect and watch over me. I am yours forevermore. Oh, I long to return to my home and family, to hold my wife once more, to leave behind this misery and pain, leave the world of war forevermore. Oh, my spirit is weary, my body's so tired, I just can't fight anymore. Oh Lord, protect and watch over me. I am yours forevermore. Until that day, Lord, watch over me wherever I may roam. Protect me from these ill winds of war, and please guide me safely home. Oh, my spirit is weary, my body's so tired, I just can't fight anymore. Oh Lord, protect and watch over me. I am yours forevermore. I say I am yours forevermore.
Mm-hmm.